All right, boys, have a seat. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Casemiro going to Manchester United and how this can affect their entire season and help them improve throughout their entire squad. So stick around as we dive deeper into this. Now, this isn't a typical video. I usually talk about Chelsea, but I thought this was a warranted video to talk about a key signing for Manchester United, who obviously have been struggling this season so far. They've lost both their matches, are going to be up against Liverpool in their third match, and again, Liverpool is most likely the favorites to win that game, and therefore, Manchester United are on the possibility of losing their first three matches. I'm not even sure the last time it's even happened. So the fact is, they have massive issues at this club. Now, I think Casemiro does help this entire squad, and I'll get to that in just a second. But they do have other issues. They need to find a better striker. I know Ronaldo's wanting to get out of this club. They have a lot of injuries. Their defense is in shambles. David De Gea seems like he's lost most of his confidence as well. But still, we're going to talk about their midfield and how this, again, can affect this entire squad. Now, going into their first two matches, the problem is that they did not have a proper CDM. Yes, they played Fred in that position, but Fred is not a proper CDM, and that put a lot of pressure on him and was pretty much their weak point in their entire midfield, because as you saw other teams, they put pressure on Fred when he had the ball. He lost a lot of possession, wasn't able to prevent a lot of attacks, and therefore, again, put their defense onto their heels almost for the most part. So again, Casemiro stepping into this role and being a proper CDM should help solidify and stabilize their midfield, which again, I'm sure Erik ten Hag has been looking for a player like this, because if you do not have a CDM, most of the time your midfield is going to struggle. They're going to get run rapid by other teams, because again, you need someone in that midfield to just clog up the other team, and therefore Casemiro does offer this ability. Now, Casemiro, in case you don't know who he is, if you've been living under a rock, has helped Real Madrid win 5 Champions Leagues in the last couple of seasons. So again, he is a natural winner, knows what he needs to do, great ball passer and everything, so he will be an improvement in their midfield. Now, that being said, though, there still will be some time for him to adapt to the Premier League. Maybe it won't take too long, maybe take one match, may take a week, may take even longer. But on top of that, being 30 years old, he may be, how do I want to say, he's still fit and everything, but the physicality in the Premier League may take a toll on his body, and if he does not stay fit all season long, or at least for the majority of the season, this could be a huge damper on Manchester United, because again, if they're going to be reliant on him as their only CDM player, again, if he goes out, gets hurt, gets a red card, something along those lines, that is going to be a massive problem for Manchester United, as we see in their first 2 matches. Now, the reason why this is such a problem is because, again, if you have a CDM sitting in the midfield that can clog up the system, it takes pressure off your entire defensive line. And as we've seen, Manchester United's defensive line has been atrocious. Now, you could blame Harry Maguire for all the issues. I know I made a shorts of that, and again, it was more joking, but still, if you do not have a proper CDM, your defenders have to do so much more work. They're second guessing themselves, and once that happens, it creates all these gaps and little pockets in between all your other players. And once that happens, you have one-on-one opportunities against De Gea, and yes, sometimes you can stop it, but against Brentford, had no chance. So again, this itself will help this club. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I don't really care for Manchester United to do very well this season, but I still wanted them to be okay to take points off other clubs such as Tottenham, such as Liverpool, Arsenal, maybe Manchester City, because if they can do that, even get the draw against these clubs, it will help Chelsea in the title race itself, because I think Chelsea have a good opportunity this season. As we saw, we went toe-to-toe with Tottenham, who again, a lot of people had them as favorites, again, being Spurs. I don't see them ever winning a title, but still, they were in the title race. And again, we saw what Thomas Tuchel can do at Chelsea, what Chelsea can do against Tottenham, and therefore I think we have a really solid foundation with this squad. We're still trying to bring a few other players in, Aubameyang as well, and maybe Frankie de Jong. I'm not too sure if that exactly will happen, but still, getting off that subject, Casemiro will help Manchester United do so much better this entire season. So again, I think Erik ten Hag has found the right placement in his midfield. So again, if he can get him incorporated right away, find maybe one other player, I think Anthony is the other player from Ajax that might be coming to Manchester United, they may start building a better squad, which again can start competing for some of the competition, especially in the Premier League. I still don't see him finishing in the top 4, but Casemiro definitely improves this squad. And again, I'm really curious to see what he does offer, because being one of the best CDMs in the entire world, I think is going to elevate Manchester United, which again should help them take some points off other big clubs. So again, I want to know what you guys think on this. So comment down below if you think this this is a good sign for Manchester United, if you think this will help their season. If not, what else they need to do. So again, comment down below. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And until next time, I will see you.